Okay.
I think we're live.
We are.
We are? Okay, good. I probably shouldn't have done that live. Save my meltdown for off camera.
Okay. Well, should we introduce everybody then? Hi, we're the Wattpad 4. Fallon, our hostess, will get us started here.
Hi, how's everybody doing tonight? So we are doing the Wattpad Hunks edition with Taran Matharu.
Hi everyone, Taran Matharu. I'm the author of the Summoner series. I started out on Wattpad a long while ago, and I still post kind of blogs and short stories on there on occasion. And yeah, it's now I write full time, and big fan of Wattpad, and I thought it'd be cool to come hang out with you guys tonight.
All right, where's Tim? Let's get you up and running.
Hi guys, it's Tim Johnson here.
And
Right.
and K-Fan. Where's Kevin
Hi.
Fanning?
I'm right here. Hi, I'm K-Fan on Twitter, KX times infinity on Wattpad. Hi, happy to be here.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry, guys. I'm having like technical difficulties on
No,
my
it's going
end.
perfect. This is going perfect.
And Josh, you want to jump
Hi,
in
everybody.
while I reboot?
I'm Josh Saltzman. Nice to see all of you pretty faces. Hi, Kevin.
Hi, Josh.
Good to see you again.
Great to see you, buddy.
I lost the YouTube link, guys. Okay. All right. So let's get in this since I got everybody here late. So Taran, you did start talking about how you started writing on Wattpad. Is there anything else that you wanted to add to that, or?
Yeah, sure. So, you know, I did Wattpad at the same time as National Novel Writing Month, or NaNoWriMo, as many people are familiar with. It's where you challenge yourself to write 50,000 words in a month. So every day I was uploading a chapter to Wattpad, and that was that really helped me get things along. I mean, I remember that I think I was still on my like 4th chapter, and there was still only one person commenting, and it was this guy from Indonesia who was kind of writing a mini review of each chapter in kind of broken English. And that was enough for me to keep going. I was like, oh, what's like Achilles 22 going to say when I put this up? And it really kept me going. And by the end of the month, things were very different. I had 100,000 reads. 3 months later, I'd hit 1 million reads. And at that point, a journalist from NBC News got in touch and asked to do an interview with me. And the day after the article came out, an audiobook publisher got in touch. So I got in touch with a few agents asking for advice. I had offers from all 6 that I contacted. Oh. I chose one. Her name is Juliet Mushins. And since then, the book's been translated into like 15 languages. All the books have hit the New York Times bestseller list. It's what I do for a living now. There's 3 books out, with a 4th one coming out in May, and also a companion guide coming out in October, I believe. And I've got a new series on the way as well, which is super exciting because you know, it's nice to write in a new universe, and I've been working on it for a long time.
Oh, I can imagine.
And I guess that's
All your books hit the New York Times. That's insane.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's when the 3rd one comes out, it actually becomes pretty tricky to hit it because you move from the individual book list to the series list.
Oh.
And the series list is the combined sales of all your books.
Oh, wow.
Against the combined sales of everyone else's books. So you're competing against Harry Potter, Percy
wow.
Jackson.
No pressure.
Exactly. Like Diary of a Wimpy Kid. All these books that have like 50 books out and are just consistently selling incredibly well. And your 3 books are competing with them, who have like, you know, huge series. So I managed to sneak on there at number 3 for a week and then dropped off. But it was still pretty cool.
Wow.
That I can say that all of my books have hit the list. And hopefully the 4th one, if the 4th one manages to hit it, I'll be so happy, because that means every book I publish, you know, every book I've written has hit the New York Times bestseller list. So that would be super cool. And yeah, fingers crossed.
Do you get anything?
Well, Leah's
like,
gonna have to
do you
sing
get
some of her
like a
mojo.
or something? Oh, sorry.
Medal?
I'm sorry, I didn't.
Do you get a medal?
Like if you're new,
No.
if you're, you know, do you get some kind of plaque or like?
I wish. I think actually they'd have to send out so many plaques because the list is like does change around quite a lot, and they have so many categories. But in fact, I don't even own a copy of a New York Times bestseller list with my
What?
name on it, unfortunately, because
Okay,
it came out
if
in the
you
US.
hit with your 4th book, let us know and we'll make you a plaque.
We're gonna make you the
Thank
best
you.
award ever.
It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
And I'll
No,
make
because
you a
it's
medal.
out in the US, right? And I asked my US agent out there and my editor to keep hold of a copy, and then I just kind of forgot to ask them about it. And it's been a couple of years now, so it's probably in the bin somewhere. But I have photos. So and obviously the memory of hitting the list is super sweet as well. I mean, it's weird how I was told because my editor from the US left me a voicemail saying like, check your email, I have such news for you. And I was like I was refreshing my inbox and trying to call her at the same time, and her email came through literally at the same time as we were speaking on the phone. So I found out via text and voice at exactly the same moment that I'd hit the New York Times bestseller list, and it was kind of
Oh wow,
it was crazy. Yeah, a really special moment for me.
sounds so surreal.
Did you cry?
It
All
was.
Did you cry?
No.
Oh, come on.
I would have
A little bit.
Guys, please. Taran is British, okay? We don't
Okay.
get crying.
Stiff upper lip and all that. Yeah.
Fair.
But it's funny because my mum and dad didn't believe me when I called them to tell them, which was kind of funny. They both just didn't. And to be honest, I barely believed it, like, because I didn't know that I was coming even close to selling that number of copies to hit the list, let alone at number 2.
Mhm.
Like it was insane to me that I was even coming close. So it was such a shock. But yeah, anyway, that's the story.
All right, so Kevin, how about you jump in now and give us a little update on how you got started on Wattpad?
How did I get started on Wattpad? Yeah, so I've been publishing stuff online for about as long as there has been an internet. I'm very old, sadly. It's awful. But so I had been posting stuff online from everywhere, from like LiveJournal to Tumblr to Medium to wherever. I had a couple stories that I wrote about Kim, a couple stories that I wrote about Beyonce that totally blew up online, and then someone from Wattpad reached out to me. Ashley Gardner said, "Hey, your stories would do really well on Wattpad. You should start writing there." And I happened to join Wattpad right around the time I was starting a new book, and it was just really fun. I just really liked the community. I really liked the people like commenting and reading my stuff that I wrote. It was crazy, and so I just never wanted to post anywhere else after that. I just love Wattpad so much, and I met all these amazing people who I love so much.
Oh, we love you too. You're awesome. All right, Tim, how about your turn? Just a little update on
So
how
for
you
me,
got started.
I was at a writing conference, and I saw Leah speaking, LD Crichton there, and I was just in a session, and I was like hearing about this, and I remember at that time I was sort of like 3/4 of the way through my first book, and I really was struggling to find someone to read it because I worked in marketing a little bit, and I knew that all about, like, if you're creating a product for an audience, then you want to try and I'm gonna mute myself.
Sorry, that's my fault. I troubleshooting.
You clicked on the
computer.
YouTube link.
Yeah. No. I reset something.
So what I was thinking was this. I was like, I'm writing a teen book for teenagers, and I'd really like to get some feedback if the language is right, or I just wanted like someone to kind of have a second look at my work. So at that point, I didn't really know too many teens, and the youngest person I was closest with was my brother. And I said to my brother, "Listen, would you mind like reading my book and like seeing what you think?" And he was like, "Yeah, I'll do it for a price." And so I was paying my little brother to read my story. So then I was at this writing conference and listening to Leah talk about it, and I remember the writers next to me were kind of like, I don't know about this, like giving people to like read your book for free. And then I was like, yeah, I just want someone to read my book for free. Like, that's great. And obviously Leah talked a little bit about the demographics, and I thought, brilliant, young teen audience, that's what my book is. that's my audience, and that's who I'm trying to reach. So I posted it on Wattpad chapter by chapter, and it really helped that I already had like a finished story, and this was really motivating for me to do like kind of that second round of edits. And it helped having a finished book because I could post really frequent updates, which, as we all know, kind of helps you trend and hit the hot list. And I eventually got to #1 in my category, which was really exciting. That was when Wattpad had kind of dual categories. So I remember in fantasy and action, I was sort of #1 there for like quite a long time, which was great. And it's kind of like Kevin said, like just when people start commenting and the community and the people that you meet are so special. And I started to meet really, really incredible people that made it really exciting. So I was having, like, it's funny because almost everyone here has like played a little bit of part in really changing my life. Had some great chats with Taran like years ago, just reaching out to him. I think I was like the first person to say like congratulations. And you're like, how did you know? And kind of like just little things that really, really helped me along. Like I remember Rebecca like commenting on one of my chapters and being like, oh yeah, this is good, keep it up, and just things like that. Like people checked out my work or gave me shout outs, and that kind of stuff really helped both kind of people discover my book on Wattpad, but also really helped shape me as a writer and make me feel confident